Now, there's a lot of volatility in the crypto market today. We can see a lot of red and a lot of green on the screen right now, which means that over the last hour, some of the cryptocurrencies are doing well, some of them are doing bad. Over the last day, some of them are doing well, some of them are doing bad. Over the last week, the majority are doing well, but some of them falling back down a little bit. And with that, we're going to be taking a look at some of the technical analysis for Shiba Inu coin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Now, clearly, Ethereum and Bitcoin are the two largest cryptocurrencies in the entire world, but Shiba Inu coin is one of the largest meme coins in the entire world. So let's jump right into it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. Now, before we jump into the analysis here, I do want to say I have been buying a lot of these little meme coins. Now, not something that I go out there and invest everything in. You know, I am diversifying, and I have added Pepe meme to my portfolio. If you guys want to scroll through, you get a link in the description below that's going to pull you up to this website right here. You can see that in 5 days and 11 hours, they're going to be launching a pump DAO. They've already raised $3.79 million, and that number is rising fast. They have an airdrop. You got the Apple App Store game already available, the Telegram game already available, and Google Play coming soon. So if you guys are interested in this Angry Frogs Web3 player versus player, is that what that means? PvP game with NFTs, on-chain rewards, and meme coin culture, version 1 airdrop based, full play to earn coming soon. So make sure to check that out if you guys want to grab some free tokens there. But if you're interested in buying, you're going to click Buy Now at the top of the page, and it's going to bring you up to this dashboard. You guys can see that my Pepe meme balance, 110 billion Pepe meme. And if you're interested in buying some, you're going to click Buy Now in the middle of the page there. 500 USDT worth. You guys are walking away with 5.3 billion Pepe meme. So imagine being able to go out there and for $500 buy, you know, a 5 billion Shiba Inu coin or 5 billion Pepe coin, right? That's what this could turn into if Pepe meme explodes. Now, one of the reasons I'm excited about it exploding is because these guys have 3.3 million followers out on their X account. If you look at some of the recent posts, 540,000 views just 3 hours ago, 25,000 views, 52,000 views, 38,000, 86,000. 626,000 views. So clearly their X account does very well. And one of the things that I like too, you can trade almost anything in your wallet for Pepe meme. So if you've got a coin that hasn't been doing well for you and you would like to trade it for Pepe meme, you've got that opportunity. But let's talk about this technical analysis. It says the crypto market awaits a new momentum. Shiba Inu coin is on the brink of a decisive breakthrough. Ethereum is poised for a bounce back, and Bitcoin is flashing a strong bullish signal post recent dip. Stay tuned for today's technical analysis to predict upcoming key movements. So looking at that, the meme coin Shiba Inu coin is showing clear signs of a bearish reversal. The psychological threshold of 1500 has been breached. Subsequently, the price suffered a decline of more than 5%. It's dangerously approaching the 200-day exponential moving average, a crucial technical level. A clear break below the 200-day exponential moving average would likely trigger panic among bullish investors, especially as buying volumes are weakening, such as the RSI turning negative, confirm the fragility of the current trend. Without a quick bullish reaction, SHIB investors invalidating risks, SHIB risks invalidating the gains accumulated over recent weeks. So if you come out and take a look at that, right? Ethereum pulling back today, Bitcoin pulling back today, the market's pulling back today, right? That's what we're dealing with here. Except WIF, man. WIF at $1.20. That's crazy. WIF was at 70 cents like 3 weeks ago. Anyway, Shiba Inu coin. If you're looking at it today, it broke up through that 200-day exponential moving average, hit some doji candles, and here we are today with a very strong 7% decline, bringing us right back down below that 200-day moving average. Now, it would be nice to wick back up and maintain that level, so investors are definitely going to keep their eyes on today's candle and what ends up happening with Shiba Inu coin. As you can see, right, we rallied up, but this descending trend line that has been intact since 2021 held up as resistance once again. We need to break through that to see a major rally to the upside. Now, we'll briefly talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin. It says the second largest crypto, Ethereum, has experienced a decline of more than 2% after reaching a local peak of around 38.50. The drop comes with weakening volumes, a potential sign of the bullish impulse is ending. With an RSI approaching the overbought zone and successive high wicks on the daily candles, the technical signals are deteriorating. Bitcoin, right? While Shiba Inu coin and Ethereum weaken, Bitcoin displays impressive strength. Consolidating above 114 in a classic descending triangle formation, Bitcoin shows generally bullish signals. With an RSI in a cooling phase and a protected 21-day moving average, breaking through the bearish trend line can propel Bitcoin above critical $120,000 zone. This would trigger new FOMO movement and among European institutional investors. So if you're taking a look at Bitcoin as well, everything pulling back a little bit today. You guys can see the red line here, but Bitcoin is not yet curled over. And if you look at, I agree with their analysis, right? Fear and greed still doing very well, but not in an overbought situation. But Bitcoin once again dominating. Altcoin season is back down to a level of 43 from the 52 that it was at yesterday. So altcoins are trying to break out, but Bitcoin is still dominant. Let me show you what's anticipated though. Google Trend Analytics anticipates that over the next week, altcoin search volume is going to rocket. Not just, rise above, but rocket above any all-time highs that we previously had, dwarfing the search volume of 2021. And if Google Trend Analytics is correct, we could see altcoin season explode higher very, very quickly. Therefore, I continue buying. As a matter of fact, I did buy a little bit on the dip this morning. I added some Toncoin, Solana, and Ethereum on the dip this morning. I did not add any meme coins on the dip, but I did buy those altcoins. And one of the places that I added was KSEX. You guys got a link for this down in the description below. You could buy Bitcoin on up to 125x leverage. And I didn't add it today, but I did add a couple days ago some Bitcoin Hyper. Bitcoin Hyper, guys, $4.4 million raised already. These guys are building the first Bitcoin Layer 2 network. So make sure to check everything out in the description. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.